New Zealand has one of the most insane car cultures that I've ever seen. Was it worth 28 hours of travel to get there? Well, cool. Later, but I think you guys got us in there. Let's go. So as I said, I flew to New Zealand for the LZ World Tour. It's like a 28-hour total travel time to get there. It's about the same getting back. What I want to start off with, though, is going to New Zealand has been a dream of mine since I was in college. It is something that there was a point where I planned on moving there, but I didn't actually have enough money to go. But when I found out the LZ World Tour was heading there, I knew I had to be a part of it. I had to find a way. I had to make sure that I was going because I've heard so many crazy things about it. I've read about it. I've seen videos, and obviously like the rotary game, how beautiful it is. It's just absolutely nuts. So finally got the word that I was going and made my way there. All right, we have made it. Woo. I'm trying to stay out of the wind here. Made it here to Taupō Motorsport Park. A little tired. Took about 25 hours total travel time to get here. But it is stunning. It is, New Zealand's incredible. Driving here is about 3 hours from Auckland, and went through so many different like areas and climate zones, and it was nuts. I know I've barely even seen any part of New Zealand, but this track is nuts. Super tidy, super clean. Got a few things planned for today, but yeah, check this out. There's a hot spring behind us. They're everywhere. There's another one like way back there over the track, but incredible. Like, fuck, so lucky to be doing this. So happy. Very tired, but very happy. Being in New Zealand, it's like they turn the saturation, the contrast, the dehaze, the whatever up to 11. It's beautiful. It's stunning. There is rolling hills, and then you realize that you're on a volcano. It's crazy to think this is where car culture collides, where you have the influences of Japan and Australia and America and Europe all congregate into this tiny set of islands. The people are amazing. Everybody is so friendly. It reminds me so much of Canada in that way. The culture, the mix of heritage and modern, the landscape is both beautiful and also very aggressive in its features. There's rolling hills matched by cliffs. There's beautiful lakes surrounded by a vicious ocean. The people are kind and friendly and will give you the time, but they drive with a reckless abandon that I've never seen before. It truly is a mixed salad of all of these different worlds combined to create something that's just unique all unto itself. It's so incredibly hard to explain because it's so much like everything else I've experienced, but nothing like any of it. It's more than the sum of its parts in so many different ways. All right, they decided to take us on a boat cruise. This is nice. This is nicer than the rental van.
Who knows?
Who knows?
This is the last you see of us.
This is it. This will be just like Blair Witch Project. Don't you dare fall off.
You okay, Blaine?
Yep. What seems to be the issue?
The thing is falling over. Ah, fuck's sake.
This is great. Whoa. People carved that. That's okay. Oh, easy now, Richard. Easy, Richard. Taupō Motorsport Park, if I'm getting that name right, is incredible. It has very subtle elevation changes, but the corners are all big and sweeping. The track is deceptively narrow, and the background is breathtaking. The layout reminds me of a very classic road course that you might find anywhere in Middle America, but the backdrop of rolling hills and mountains with, steam emanating from the ground makes it an other world experience. I understand now why they decided to film so much of Lord of the Rings here, because it feels like something I've never experienced before. It feels very much like an old world, like something that was lost to time and rediscovered centuries and centuries later. All right, it is the Friday before. Yesterday was awesome. Boat ride was a little choppy, but overall it was a good time. No real complaints. Checking out the carvings on that cliff was weird. It kind of hit me in a weird way, because it's just like, yeah, I don't know. When you see history that is that old, it's pretty nuts. But yeah, the track is beautiful. Like, absolutely incredible area. I'm so happy to be here. So it's all set up and stuff now. Something I probably haven't talked about in this is although I'm actually doing the announcing and stuff, I'm also part of the marketing team to help sell the event. So I got to spend this morning going through like customer support emails and taking a look at ads to see how things are doing. And that is part of what I do for a living. And it is something that I'm contracted to do with the LC World Tour. So kind of interesting. A lot of people don't know that, but figured I'd add that tidbit. So got a lot of skin in the game when it comes to these events. So yeah, that was kind of my morning, was actual work stuff. And today is a lot of getting my notes together for the event and getting ready. But yeah, crazy location. Oh my God. No fucking way. Ah! Ah! It's a protege in New Zealand. I'm way too happy about this. You know, I had to do the barbecue. So we'll see how it is, New Zealand barbecue. This is fucking phenomenal though. I gotta find out where to get this more. Damn. Oh yeah. New Zealand barbecue. So good. The car show culture is unlike anything I've really experienced. These builds are top level, expert level craftsmanship from frame to paint. And speaking with the owners, you realize that this was all done with a couple of friends, something that would normally have taken several shops in America to build because of the expert level of fabrication, of detail, of manufacturing and building things that should just never be built, all done by a couple of friends in their garage, is wild. It truly is a car culture of doing everything you can to get the best results with what you have. And to me, that's the essence of any great car culture. It's a community working together to build and create resources that they really shouldn't have, and building cars at a level that is so much further above what you would expect a couple of friends in their garage. These truly are magazine level builds that were done in a shed that's barely bigger than the car itself. All right, so view set up for the event. In this case, I have my laptop set up, so we've got scoring system here. It's a live spreadsheet that'll get updated by the judges who are sitting over there, and then all of our notes, and then headset wise, pretty standard Audio Technica, although these are the full over ears, which are nice, and then Stream Deck for a mute setup. So nice little setup, but it shows you too that like these things are super useful. And yeah, we're like 30 minutes out, but good view. This is one of the biggest events they've ever had at Taupō. I've learned how to pronounce it. It's Taupō, so Taupō. But anyways, working with Steve is awesome. The dude is so knowledgeable. Like, getting to work with somebody who knows the local drivers, everything else, is like by far the best, because they can just bring in so much cool info. And I just get to vibe with him. But great guy. Even more a pink toque for me, so loving it. All right, we wrapped up for the day. I'd never do a lot of filming. I don't even know why I'm pretending like that's something new. This is the hotel we're in, though. It's pretty sick. I think I talked about it before, but like, it's a motel, but like, that's the bay out there. And yeah, not too bad. What do you want?
Magic mushrooms on that money.
Yeah, it's great, huh? Go New Zealand. The drifting style and the ability to adapt to almost any car is wild. You can tell that swapping cars or borrowing a friend's car is something that happens fairly often, because many of these drivers during competition jumped into whatever vehicle that they could, whatever vehicle was available, because of various breakdowns and things of that nature. And it seems like they were born in it. They've driven it since day one. And that truly is a sign of any great driver. If you look at like a James Dean, somebody who has driven various vehicles in various different places all over the world and was able to adapt to them very quickly. I see that almost inherently in New Zealand drifters. whenever there was a mechanical and they had to grab a new car, their first couple of runs looked incredible. We saw it with Dwayne McKeever as well in competition, who did the exact same thing, jumping from car to car and able to adapt pretty much instantaneously. The New Zealand drivers did this without question, without hesitation, and their driving was absolutely nuts. All right, we're on to Sunday. It's like 6:30 in the morning. I've shockingly been able to sleep really well, and I didn't want to say that in front of everybody because a lot of people are struggling, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't even no melatonin, just it's 10 o'clock, I'm going to bed. Not much for a partier. I'm really not much to go out drinking. If you guys are, that's cool, not me. But I just wanted to show you how fucking stunning this place is. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get up early and go for a bit of a walk and get a couple of shots. I don't have a ton of time. I wish I could explore more. It's the hardest part with any of these events, but I will say that that Taupō is fucking beautiful. But time for a coffee, latte for Gettins, who's the marketing guy that I get to work with on the drift game side of things. And back to the track.
Oh, there's that RX-7.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
That's the...
Look at Adam O'Connor smiling.
That's a good start.
Yeah,
That's a good start.
it's weird to see his face like that.
He's been doing a lot of that today.
I feel it pains his jaw.
Yeah, it does. It's not his default.
No, he's pushing through. We get down, lads. We're here for the staff. The staff bends. The staff bends.
In summary, New Zealand is a place that I still want to go back to. I don't feel like I got nearly enough time there. I feel like I need to be back. I need to go. I thought this trip would help scratch the itch, but it didn't. It just made it worse. It gave me that temporary relief that you get with any bug bite, followed by that incessant need to just scratch more. It's truly how I feel about New Zealand right now. I need to go back. It's more than a want. It's now a need. I've had a taste, and I need more of it in my life. So I will be going back at some point, whether it's me working an event or me just going by myself. I want to explore more, and I can definitively say that the trip will be worth it. If you truly want to experience a car culture that feels like home, but a home that you never knew you were already a part of, New Zealand is it. It takes so many different influences and creates this homologation of an incredible fever dream of rotaries and mountains and food and friendliness and smiles. It really reminds me of why I got into drifting and why I got into car culture. The community is robust and friendly and cheerful, and I'm sure there are parts of it and darker parts that I didn't get to see, but they were able to put it all aside and put it on pause, at least for the time that I was there. And it really reminded me why I got into drifting and why I got into cars in general. So if you've been thinking about going to New Zealand, this is the time. Find an event, whether it's big or small, or one you've been dreaming of going to, or one that you've maybe never heard of, because I can guarantee you, you're going to see cars you've never seen. You're going to meet people that seem otherworldly and witness a country that is breathtaking in all possible ways. So is the trip to New Zealand worth it? 100%. I would go back. I would go back if it was twice the cost and twice the flight. I really, really enjoy New Zealand, and I will be back.